Welcome back to the weird side of YouTube. This is Storyteller. I don't wear makeup in these videos because these stories are raw, unfiltered, straight from me to you. And to match that theme, I don't wear makeup. It's just me, normal boy, nothing special. I started the series a couple weeks ago by recording stories about my exes that were pretty strange and still unexplainable, but I realized that I didn't really want to be dredging up drama from the past. Not that I'm friends with any of them still, because they all don't talk to me anymore. I just didn't want that kind of negativity on my channel, even if I'm over it now. I don't want to spread that kind of vicious kind of energy on my channel. I want my channel to be happy. So, instead, I'm going to be talking about scary things that have happened to me, unexplainable or otherwise, and, I don't know if you consider this one supernatural or not. This story comes in stages. It's all connected, but it happened over a period of years. I believe that it's connected. It could not be. It could just be coincidences, but I think that it's connected. I don't know if you consider aliens supernatural, but apparently a lot of people do. I don't. I believe in aliens. I don't believe in, like, ghosts and shit. But I am going to have some unexplained stories on this series that you might think are ghosts. I don't. I just think it was something weird, and there's probably like a mundane explanation for all of this, but because I'm atheist and I don't really believe anything that I can't see. But except for aliens, I think there's a high probability that there are aliens out there. Whether or not they're abducting us is completely up for debate, because who would want to study us for a bunch of dumb idiots? But I decided to call this one The Symbol, the Psychic. And you will see why. It's not all about the symbol or the psychic, but it sounds cool, and they are the last points of the story. So, I guess I should just jump into it. So when I was about 3, 4, really young, not even in school yet, I don't think, I would sleepwalk. It's because of trauma that I was experiencing. At least that's what I'm assuming. It stopped. But for the point of the story, it happened about 6 or 7 times in 1 year. It could be in the dead of winter or spring. It was all across a year, like a span, during the crux of like abuse that I was experiencing. But I would somehow get out of the house even though the front door was locked. I would wake up in the woods, and I would either come back home or parents would come looking for me and their screams would wake me up. So, that happened quite a bit. The weird thing is, and this is how I know it's not a dream, is that every time this happened, my blanket, my comforter in my little bed was gone. It wasn't in the woods where I woke up, but it wasn't in the house. And I remember my mother distinctively complaining about where I'm putting these blankets because we couldn't find them. I guess they would search the woods. I remember them talking about it, but there were nowhere to be found. It didn't scare me at all. It scares me now when I look back, because that could have been anything. That could have been someone could have taken me. It's terrifying to think about. But at the time, I was just like, I hate waking up in the woods, but it didn't scare me. A lot of times I was cold. I would wake up in my little footy pajamas. It was not a fun time. But that eventually led into my floating experience. I was about 6, and I was climbing on the swing sets. We had this, well, to me it was huge. Now it's probably really small. But at the time it was gigantic to me, and I would climb it all the time. One time I slipped. It had been raining the night before, and I fell off of it, and I was like adjacent to it, like right beside it, but I stuck there. It was like a glitch in reality, and I just stuck in the air, and I could think, I could move my eyes, and I was confused for a total of about, I want to say 3 or 4 seconds. It wasn't long at all, but I just stuck. I wasn't falling solely, I was just stuck in the air, not holding onto anything, right beside and a little bit under the swing set. And then I just hit the ground on my feet. No problem. I have distinct memories of this, of looking around all confused for about 3 to 4 seconds, just floating in the air. I don't know what that was. My mother thought it was an angel that was holding me, saving me from the fall. I think it was an alien. Not really, but for the sake of the story, I think it was an alien. I thought it was an alien at the time, is what I should be saying. I don't know how. Maybe they used their telekinesis from their ship or something. Maybe they have some cloaking device so that I wouldn't be able to see them, and they were using their telekinesis from, like, behind a tree or some shit. I don't fucking know. For the sake of the story, I thought it was an alien. In high school was another time that I had a lot of issues traumatically. The reason why I think the floating experience was connected is because I was finally getting into counseling for what happened, and I was basically healing from it. But in high school I had a lot of trauma come up because I was being bullied heavily, and I was, I don't know what my therapist called it, but I was doing this thing where I would dress goth and act like I was possessed. This is cringy as hell, I know, but I was doing it to get people to leave me alone. If I thought that if they were scared of me, they wouldn't try to hit me and shit anymore. So I was doing that, and that just led to more bullying. Around this time, I started having really vivid, crazy dreams, and they would repeat all night long, over and over and over again for literal months. It was always the same one. I would wake up, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't turn on my light, and that always freaked me out because I'd always been scared of the dark, even in high school. And I walked out into my living room, my parents' living room at the time, and I looked at the clock above the TV and it said 3 a.m. And then I saw a light flash outside. It didn't just flash, it was like the whole world was lit up like it was daytime. And I looked outside and there was this giant orb of light hovering over my house. And then it would start over. And the dream would repeat all night for months. For literal months. And around that time I was writing stories about my friends and stuff in like fantasy situations. And in my head I kept seeing this symbol. I'll put it in here somewhere. I put it in the prequel of Dream. But I kept seeing this weird symbol and I kept drawing on it everything. I would etch it into my arm with a pen. I would see it everywhere. And this is the symbol from the title, the symbol in the psychic. A lot of other dark stuff happened, and like while I was growing up, whether it was an abusive relationship or losing my father. But every time I was at my lowest low, I would see the symbol in my head. So when I was dating the high priest in Salem, when I was in a polyamorous triad with him, he wanted me to go see a psychic. So I did. The psychic told me the symbol and all of this was aliens. Not the scary, we're going to experiment on you kind, but they were sending me this symbol. They were taking me from my house in the night when I was a child because they wanted to comfort me. Also, the symbol in my head that I kept seeing, that I put in my stories and everything, meant love. It didn't just mean like romantic love, it meant every single kind of love you can possibly think of. And it doesn't just mean the word. The symbol itself has images and colors of every type of love that's ever existed ever. And they were showing me this so that I would survive, so that I wouldn't kill myself. And I did want to kill myself when I was a teenager, so that's why they started showing it to me then. Now, in closing, do I believe it was aliens? I would like to think it was, but at this point, as an adult, a 31-year-old man, I think it was just me dealing with trauma and kind of trying to heal from it, trying to escape from it, trying to do whatever with it, run away from it, whatever, depending on the point of the story. The psychic, I think, was just trying to tell me what I wanted to hear, because I believe now that, especially the people in Salem, all desperately wish to believe that they are more important than they are. But I think that every human wants to feel more important, more special than they are. I think that's a common thread throughout the human narrative. That's why religion exists. That's why paganism exists. That's why we write these epic fantasy stories about characters that are probably based on ourselves. In my head, it could have been aliens, but at the same time, if I was so important to them, something would have happened by now. And I'm not more important than anybody else. I'm not special. I'm not unique. I'm not great. I'm not some kind of warrior hero that's going to save the world or anything. So I think it was just me dealing with trauma, dealing with stress of growing up, especially in a toxic hometown like mine was. Tell me what you guys think. Have you guys had any weird experiences like these? I would really like to know. Do you guys think it was aliens? Do you guys think I was just dealing with trauma? Do you guys believe the psychic? But I guess that's about it for today's video. I'm probably going to make a lot more of these. This is not the only weird, unexplained thing that has ever happened to me, unfortunately. But since I am writing a horror novel, a horror series actually, I thought it would be cool to step Storyteller up a notch and talk about stuff that I don't even understand that's happened to me in my life. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, please. But honestly, I appreciate just a view. I love you guys, and I hope you're surviving 2020. 2021, holy crap. I need to go to bed. But I really love you guys, and I hope you're happy, and I hope you're well, and I hope you stay safe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.